Hi! So I'm in a really good mood today, and that's why I'm making this video, because I feel like if I'm in a good mood and I'm feeling super happy, then I should spread it around. So I really have no reason to be so happy today. I just met to do a project, I had a really difficult lab assignment today, and yet somehow I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really creative, and I'm feeling really inspired, and maybe that is when I am at my happiest. I just feel like I need to get my hands on a project and do something and make things happen, which is weird especially because yesterday I had a pretty productive day. I washed all my makeup brushes, and I did my laundry, and I washed my bed sheets. I got all of my homework done. I was super productive yesterday, and normally when I have a really productive day, then for the next like 3 or 4 days, I just don't do anything because I'm like, I did so much that day, remember? You did so good back then, and now I'm just like, I can take the day off. Well, I guess today, because I was so productive yesterday, I'm like, wow, I had such a good sleep in a clean bed, and I got all my homework done, so I wasn't stressed out about that, and I just feel like I've got time to actually do some fun stuff, and I want to actually work on a project. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I've had these side tables that I bought from IKEA. The reason why I chose these side tables is because they actually have this glass front to them where you can put in images and posters and whatever you want in the front. And so in one of them I've got a few posters in it, but in the other one, which is actually right over there behind me, there's nothing in it. And so I want to make like a collage. I kind of compiled all of the magazines that I had and just started cutting like crazy, and so I've got this like stack of just images and words and who knows what else that I've cut out of magazines. I figured this would be a good way to use them and a good way to kind of get my creative juices out today. Another thing, last night I found out something that literally shattered the world for me. Over the summer, I read The Princess Bride, and it's one of my favorite movies. I loved it the first time I saw it, and I've seen it several times since then, and so I got that for Christmas. Well, I kind of bought it for myself and then gave it to my brother to give me, but whatever. I didn't even know that the movie was based on a book. When I was in Portland over the summer, my friends and I were at Powell's, and I happened to see it there, so I was like, oh, I had no idea it was based on a book. I have to read the book. And I absolutely fell in love with it. It's amazing. I would highly recommend it. But here's the thing. The book is written by William Goldman, but it says that it's an abridgment of an S. Morgenstern's original novel that's based in Florin. Because he's written it as an abridgment, he kind of adds in his own voice throughout the story, so he'll kind of add in his own notes about certain things, little tidbits about like, oh, and I went to the museum that is in Florin, and all of this stuff that he talked about. And last night I was looking it up because I'd never been able to find anything else on this book, and I was like, well, I love the book, and so I want to read the original version. And then I looked it up and I found out that William Goldman actually made the whole thing up. There is no abridgment version because that is the only version of the book. I felt so used. I honestly don't think I've ever felt more manipulated in my entire life. I felt like such an idiot. At no point did I think that the author was using the fact that it was an abridgment as a narrative technique. There was no clues. He created such a solid narrative that I just didn't see through it at all, and it frustrated me so much. I was so angry last night. I really felt betrayed by the author, and I don't think I've ever had that much of a reaction to finding out something like that. So I guess that kind of goes to show how much I really loved the book, but still, I was so devastated. I guess because I had, last night to kind of think about it and be really pissed off about it, and then somehow this morning I realized that I was actually so inspired by it, because for William Goldman to have written something so unbelievably flawless that I did not even see through this this charade the entire time. I was sort of came to the conclusion that I was really impressed with his writing ability, and now I feel super inspired as a writer myself to maybe be a little bit more, I guess, adventurous with the way I write stories and try out different narratives. The way he writes this is really good and super convincing. I think that also partly adds to why I'm feeling the way I am today, is because now that I've had time to process this devastating information, I'm feeling super motivated to write more. Also, for Christmas, I bought myself 4 movies for my brother to give me. Obviously that includes The Princess Bride. The cover of The Princess Bride for the movie is one of the most beautiful covers I have ever seen in my life. I absolutely adore it. This movie is just so good. But it's super cool because it says The Princess Bride, and they flip it upside down and it still says The Princess Bride. It's so cool. I love ambigrams, that's what they're called. And then I got 16 Candles, which I am just the biggest John Hughes fan ever. I've decided that he's my favorite director because just all of his stuff is so good. It's just got the right amount of funny and intelligent and snarky 80s John Hughes films. What other movies do I love by him? Breakfast Club is like a life changer. It's so good. Love that movie so much. So that's the next John Hughes film that I have to buy. Uncle Buck is one of my favorite movies ever. It's so good, so funny. John Candy is amazing. Home Alone is by John Hughes. Another amazing movie. Yeah, he's just a really good director. And now for something completely different. Aquamarine. It's one of those things that kind of just seems to be able to cheer me up because it's sort of ridiculous and amazing. I love mermaids, and I remember when I was a kid because they've got these blue streaks in their hair, and I was like, that is my life goal, is to get one of those blue streaks in my hair. And I remember after seeing the movie asking my mom if I could dye my hair. I was like, yeah, I kind of want like a blue streak in it. And she was like, yeah, that'd be cool. And I was like, oh, what? Whole new world opened up for me. And it's got Emma Roberts in it, and I just love Emma Roberts. So the 4th movie was Edward Scissorhands, which I have downstairs right now, so I'm not gonna go and get it. And the reason why is because I remember I loved that movie when I was younger, but I honestly do not remember it at all because I have not seen it since I was probably like 5 or 6. I bought it because seems like one of those kind of classically good movies, and it's Johnny Depp, and I'm pretty sure it's directed by Tim Burton, and like Tim Burton's movies are always really good, or at least I really like his stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of movies actually. I got The Great Gatsby, which I still haven't seen yet, but Baz Luhrmann, right, is just amazing. I love Le Moulin Rouge. So again, his stuff are just a lot more like beautiful. They're so pretty. But I also just love the way he can find a way to use modern elements and put them in totally different time periods, and it just works. Somehow he just manages to make all these worlds kind of collide in such a beautiful, magnificent way. And so I'm assuming this movie will be the same because, you know, you've got modern music set in the 20s. He's in his element. And I got The Little Mermaid, which is down there. I've already watched it a few times since Christmas because The Little Mermaid is one of those things that I like to just put on and have it playing in the background because it's my favorite Disney movie. And I'm drinking tea right now, sorry, because I realized I was just clicking the lid. And oh my gosh, this is really good black tea. I really love black tea. Oh gosh, and this is really good stuff. Before this video becomes like crazy long, which it already is, and it's gonna be a pain to edit, yay! I'm gonna go and start doing some collage work because I'm feeling some magic collage fingers coming on. Gonna finish drinking my tea, pick a movie to watch, living the good life. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is me sending all of my happy energy to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!